Hello, everybody. David Lemon here with another Groove LemonAid. This is the number 32 this year. I'm super excited for today. There is a couple of comments already, a couple of questions that I saw in the Facebook group. We're going to answer them all. And before I do that, I'm going to put up this banner so that we all know what this is happening. Basically, we have a Q&A. You ask the questions, I give you the answers, and hopefully everybody is happy after that. So we had a great week behind us. Last week was awesome. We had a great State of the Groovian. We also had the GrooveAsia event, which was a 36-hour continuous live stream. It was super exciting, super fun. I was also doing a presentation about GrooveBlog. In case you haven't seen that one, you will be able to see those. We will have the recordings cut up and posted in the in the places where GrooveAsia will have its own content, YouTube channels, Facebooks, and things like that. So you can see all of the content that was basically played. There was a couple of announcements also during that time. There was Mike was showing off what is going to be the new version of Groove in the future. Words like sales flow, this is a new thing that we are implementing in GrooveCell and things like that, which is kind of very interesting to understand if you are familiar with the current status and current way Groove functions is going to get much simpler later on. So if you haven't seen, this was in the last hour or so of the end of the GrooveAsia Groovathon, so you may want to check that out. It was quite interesting to see Mike come up, like show that idea what we were thinking of. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I can see already some people jumping in saying hi. So there is also Leonard. Hello everyone, hope all are doing great. Thank you very much, Leonard. Welcome. We also have a Facebook user saying hi, Dr. Lemon. Hello to you as well. I cannot see who you are, so if you could, I would appreciate if you head over to streamyard.com/Facebook. This would allow me to see who you are, and in case you have any questions, you can basically just post them. If you approved StreamYard to access your details, I'll be able to see your profile and your name, so that would be appreciated. Also, another Facebook user saying hello, or maybe the same Facebook user, I'm not quite sure. If you could also head over to streamyard.com/Facebook, this will allow me to see who you are so I can answer your questions directly to you. Okay, perfect. So there is Raghu watching us here. Hey Raghu. Raul is here. Kevin Jacobson is here. Good to see you. Good to see you guys. And yeah, I can see quite a few people are joining in, so we can start with answering the questions. So if you know how we are doing things during these Q&As, we posted about this Q&A session earlier today, where I ask people to post in the comment section of this live stream. So the first question that we have here is from JC Khan. He is asking about the nav menu links and the colors of it. So here's the question from JC. Okay. Question: I'm having issues with the nav menu links. Can not changing colors the way I needing them to be. Can you show me how to change the link color for hover, active, and focus? I'm wondering if I'm doing something wrong. JC, I don't think you're doing something wrong. This is a bug that we have. If you go into any of our sites, if you have a navigation menu on them, for some reason they are turning blue. This happened after we deployed. We deployed a functionality. It was actually an improvement where previously you were not able to style these buttons separately, and this is why it is showing in blue so that to show you that it is a link that you can style separately. So the method is that you click on the actual component. It needs to say component, and then you manage the color. But for example, if we do that, in certain cases it just disappears. If we reload the page or something like that, even if we save, it disappears. So this is a bug that we have currently happening, and it is being checked by the devs. And you are not doing anything wrong. I believe it's just that this bug is out there and we need to get it fixed. So in my case, I saved it and it went through okay. So give it a go on your end as well. Let me just see if I publish my page out over here just to see if this red is also showing up on the live version or not. We are going to have a fix for that, so it is going to be showing up the colors that you actually set up. But for now, let's just have a look ourselves. Okie doke. Here we go. So this is the page, and as you can see on my end, it shows up red in the navigation. So not quite sure. I've seen versions where you actually set it up and then it doesn't work. Give it a go. As you saw, I just clicked on the actual nav menu item, so not on the whole nav menu like this, but on the separate items, and then you can style them separately. There were people that wanted to have some of their links, some of the nav menu items in different colors, and then they were always reverting back to the previous colors that the nav menu was set up in. Now we manage that so that these components can be styled in separate colors. You asked also about hover. So in case you want to manage the hover color, then you can set that up here. Just click on the state hover and then just set up a color that you prefer. And then when you hover over something, then it's going to show up. This is the active state is also going to be the same. So in case you click on the active state and then you set up something like this, and then you publish out your site. Once you actually click on the case studies, it should show green, and the hover should also stay on the live version. So give it a go, play with it. It should be okay, as you see on my example, but I seen this happening in a bit differently in some cases. Let's just refresh. And we have the contacts over here, and if we click the case studies, you can see that this active color is showing up on that page. So play with it, give it a go. There is a bug that we are aware of, that these links are showing in blue, but you can still manage them separately, as you saw what I did. Okay, so let's just go back to the comments and see what's next. Okay, Alina Brasov. I'm from Europe. How can I find out more information? What information is stored on Groove if I build a website, plus blogging Groove and people visit it? Also, if I use Google Analytics to see how many people visit my website. Also, if I use Google Analytics. Seems the GDPR is a bigger concern than I imagined, because even if I do pop-ups and terms and conditions and privacy policy, it is all in vain because the infrastructure on Groove side is not there yet. Is it right? Yes, Alina, we don't have GDPR in Groove yet. I'm from Europe as well, and I know how important that is. This is being worked on, and we are very close to actually having the GDPR section on the Groove side where you are the customer and we are the company. So this is the first stage. There are 3 stages when you're setting up GDPR. I'll show it to you here in a notepad. So GDPR, and I'm familiar with GDPR because I am one of the person that is leading the development of the GDPR functionality in Groove. So I will explain you how we are working on that. So the first stage is going to be where Groove is the company. Okay, this is the first thing. We are close to finalizing this one. The second will be where you are the company. This means that you create a website and you're collecting some assets, and you need to offer your customers a way to manage their preferences. So that's the next step. And the third option is your customers need to like manage preferences. So this is kind of the three stages that we are going about. Is where you are the company, you'll have your own dashboard for managing your clients. You'll see also dashboard where if somebody sends you a request to request their data and then withdraw their data and things like that, then you'll be able to manage that. But your customers also need a dashboard where they can communicate with you, where they can request that information and things like that. And also we'll need to offer different options for people that are in US, only doing business in US. They can turn this off, turn this on, and manage it. So it's a big task. It's a big backend task for tracking all of the things that are tracked and things like that. So it's in development, it's in process. There's a lot of things that go into this one, and we already started working on that. So it's just a matter of time. We are slowly going through this GDPR. So one of the main competitors that we have currently is Kartra, and Kartra has only a toggle switch, which you can turn on or turn off. And all that is it does, it basically said turn on GDPR and turned off GDPR. That's a toggle switch. Once you turn it on, it puts up a cookie policy, a cookie banner pop up on the page, and that's it. And we don't want to do that. This is not the correct way to do it. We actually want to go the correct route where you on your sites you have a cookie policy where your customers can choose their preferences. I want to allow analytics, I don't want to allow pixels, I don't want to do this, do that. So this is the kind of GDPR level we are working towards. There are platforms that just don't take that into consideration. This is not us. We want to future proof ourselves. And it's not only GDPR, this is like privacy policy in general. And we do this once, and in the future, we can see, and also our lawyer said that more and more countries and basically states and cities are going the route of making like different policies around privacy online. And if we do this, we kind of have ourselves future proofed. So we want to do it the right way. It's taking a little bit more time, but once we have it, it's going to be kick ass. So there's that. And yeah, you're correct, we don't have that information. As I said, we are going to provide that, but in the future. Raghu has a question about I have 3 different websites in Groove. All 3 website has opt-in. I'm using Zapier plus Mailerlite to collect leads. I have 3 different lists in Mailerlite. How Zapier or Mailerlite will know this website leads will go to this list? I guess in Zapier you set that up. Also, I have 3 free courses for these membership for these 3 websites. Okay, I have 3 free courses for these 3 websites. Is there a way to collect leads via membership, or how can I give access to the course after collecting leads to opt-in? Okay, so these are the 2 questions. The first question is how to actually manage what list the people will go on to. And this is managed in Zapier. So in Zapier, I guess you need to create 3 different zaps, which will be the way of basically connecting one form to one zap. I'll just draw it out here for you very quickly. This is something I was drawing with my son, so I'm going to open a new notepad and draw it out. So basically you have 3 forms. Let's just say that these are the forms on here, and this is a button, and this is a zap. Let's just call it a zap. You have another form. This is very ugly, so I'm going to do this. Another form, and another zap, and another form, and another zap. Okay, so each form needs to have its own zap, or basically connection between Groove and Mailerlite, and here you select the list. So you want the list number 1, here you want the list number 2, and here you want the list number 3. So this is all managed in Zapier. So this is nothing to do with Groove. This is basically managed in Zapier. Zapier gives you a list of lists in Mailerlite, so you can select one zap goes to this list, second zap goes to that list. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that what you're trying to do is you have the three forms and you were trying to connect it with one zap. That wouldn't work because all of those forms would go to one connection, one list. So you would need to have 3 different zaps in order to do that. So hopefully that helps. Very ugly drawing, but hopefully you understand the gist of it. The next question you had is about, is there a way to collect leads via membership? There is going to be. We are waiting for approval from Zapier. We are going to have triggers when somebody signs up for a membership, then do this, do that, and things like that. But at this moment, there is not an option for that. I can show you right now the easiest way that you'll be able to manage that in GrooveMail, which is here. In GrooveMail, you'll create an automation. If somebody fills out the form, or if somebody purchased a product, these are the triggers that you'll need to choose. So automations over here, and you'll go to create a new automation, and then you'll select if somebody fills out the form, which is a GrooveMail form, if you have your funnel set up that way, or if somebody purchases a product. So this is in GrooveSell form, okay? So if somebody purchased a product, let's just say my freebie, I have this book as a freebie. It's $1 a month, but it doesn't matter. It's just a freebie. Consider it as your free product. Then add to an integration, and here we will have Zapier very soon. At this moment, we don't have Zapier, but once we add on Zapier to GrooveMail, which is basically getting approved this week, I believe. It's all on Zapier. We did our part, so it's all in the hands of the big guy. Once that is approved, you're going to be able to connect that to the Zapier so that it all happens automatically. But for now, there is no way. You would need to be able to connect Zapier directly through GroovePages or to GroovePages, but there is no way to trigger membership, like when you add somebody to a membership, that they go directly to Zapier. That's just not available right now. But yeah, so very soon, as I mentioned, we'll have Zapier for GrooveMail, GrooveMember, and GrooveSell, which is not available yet. That's all coming within the next days. It's all in the hands of Zapier. They're checking our connections. There's another question from Raghu. I have 4 products with A, B, C, D. B is order bump of A. C is upsell of A. How can I do single checkout? Means if I check out A, then I moved the upsell page and click on checkout, and without entering all the information, direct checkout. I have done express checkout for a product C, but I think it's not working. I don't fully understand. So you have product A, which is the main product. Product B is the order bump. C is an upsell. And what you try to do here is, how can I do a single checkout? Means if I check out A, then I moved to upsell page and click on checkout, and without entering. Okay, so you're basically trying to do this, if I understand correctly. So you have product A, B, C, and yeah, that doesn't matter. So the product A is the main product. Product B is the bump, and the product C is the upsell. I'm going to do a plus, not a cross. It still looks like a cross, but it's a plus, guys. Let's do it one more time. There we go. So A is the main product. This is what you're trying to do, just a checkout where you're asking for information, and you have an upsell opportunity for the product B. So if I understand correctly, this is your checkout page, and what you want to do is, after this checkout page, to go to the product C upsell page, C plus, and it's basically this transition is not working correctly. You want kind of an express checkout. So not sure how you set it up, but you would need to set it up this way. Sell products. And in this scenario, the actual bump, this product bump over here doesn't matter. Okay, so what you have is a checkout page for the product A, and then you want to send people over to the upsell, which is the C. So the bump is not really important in this case, but it's there. So what you need to make sure that you have it set up is not there is two types of upsells I'm going to explain you right now. In the checkout, there is express checkout, and there are two options. One is the one-click confirmation, which is going to be used for the add to cart upsells. Basically, you have multiple upsells. Consider that there's multiple bumps, and where people say, okay, add to cart, add to cart, add to cart, add to cart, and then there will be one big button on the bottom which says, yes, I want to pay $95.99. Continue to or process the payment or something like that. It's basically going to be a big button where it's going to process the payment for all of those products that your customers added to the cart. So that's the activate one-click confirmation. But straight-through payments is the correct express checkout as other platforms have it. So in case you want people to fill out their information on the step number 1, and then not to have to fill out the information on step number 2, then you need to do the straight-through payments, which is this one. So on the product A's checkout, or like the product setup, you make sure that you click the activate straight-through payments. That should be working. If there is if something is not working, then you would need to reach out to our support team, but otherwise this is the process how it works. If that was not the question and I misunderstood, then please correct me. Okay, one more question here from Alyssa. Hello, David. My product has 3 price points, 3 strengths, and 3 flavors. In checkout, the price and strength are shown. How will I know which flavor was selected? I guess this is GrooveKart. Not sure about the actual platform, but I believe this is GrooveKart. Okay, let's just check one more time. My product has 3 price points. Okay, 3 strengths and 3 flavors. In checkout, the price and strengths are shown. The flavors are not. I'm not quite sure, Alicia. I would need to see how you set it up. If you could, then just reply to this post, tag me at David, and basic at David Lemon, and then if you could post a short Loom video about how you have set up your product so far and what the actual issue is, then I can have a look about what to do, because then I will see what you tested, what you tried so far, and what not. So because this way it's very hard for me to actually give you a suggestion. I'm not quite sure what is the setup. So Groove Cell is the I believe this is you, Alicia. So again, the same thing. If you could, I would appreciate if you do a short video so that you show me what kind of the setup is, and then I will be able to suggest more about that. Cool. So let's just go back to the comments from the live stream guys on here, so I can help the people that are here in the live stream. Okay, so the first question I have is from Willie. I would like a way for my members to interact, exchanging messages with each other inside my membership. Any suggestion there? Perhaps I could pull some frame outside discussion board inside my membership site. Great question, Willie. At this moment, I don't know of a platform that would be working. There would be probably something that you could embed on the page, but the problem is that I didn't test it out. That's the problem. There are 100% sure there are platforms that could allow that, like exchanging messages and things like that. but I would keep it separate for now. Like at this moment, we have the comment platform that has a couple of bugs. It just doesn't show up on the membership. But what we are working on is we are working on a bigger picture of managing the membership. At this moment, we are developing the new portal and the new membership management options where we are going to fix the elements and all sorts of things. So that's kind of a bigger task we are working on. The comments are there, and you'll be able to use the comments soon as well. But for now, I would just keep the the platform for communication between members as a separate entity. A lot of memberships and a lot of platforms where you purchase a membership, they have a Facebook group or a Discord or a WhatsApp group, or I don't know, that Telegram things that a lot of cryptocurrency people try to pull you in. All of these is kind of a way to communicate between members, between users. So that is something that everybody does. You could look into this one. At this moment, unfortunately, we don't have a full-on community platform inside the membership area, the GrooveMember. At this moment, there aren't any plans to add that in this year. I'm not sure about the future, but at this moment, there aren't any any plans to have an inbuilt system for that. There are platforms, I'm 100% sure there are platforms that you could embed in and then basically do a kind of a comment section for the different parts of your membership site. Let's just say you have a different modules. Module number one, you're learning about I don't know, setting up a website, and then you have the training one, training two, training three, and then you have the community. You create a separate section for a community, and in that community you embed on the page kind of a comment section. There is a platforms for commenting, like Discuss. I could show you Discuss on here. And it's very simple to embed Discuss with a Q, and you can embed this as a comment section for kind of that module one. You could do a separate comment section for module two, comment section, separate comment section for module three, and so on, just so that you kind of separate out the people that went through different sections. That's an idea. I didn't test it out, so I know that the embed will work. That's not the problem. I didn't test it out if it actually, or I don't use it, or I haven't seen anyone else use it, but it's an idea. But if you're looking for something inbuilt into Groove, at this moment, we don't have. Hi, David. I would like to know if it's possible for when somebody lands on a thank you page, it can set to automatically redirect to a URL after a set amount of time, 5 seconds. Thank you. I'm pretty confident that there is a code for that. At this moment, I wouldn't know the code. Maybe we can Google it together. I know that there is a direct redirect. Basically, when somebody lands on the page, immediately the page redirects over to something else. That I know of. It's a kind of I call it a direct redirect or an immediate redirect, but I don't know if there is a delayed redirect. But let's just explore together. Delayed redirect HTML. Okay, how to make an HTML redirect to another page. How to easily make a redirect to another page. Okay. So there is something here. In the example below, you can see HTML redirect that takes the user to BitDegree's website with a delay of 5 seconds. Okay, so you can use this one. So meta HTTP equivalent refresh content is 5. So this is basically the value you need to change. URL, you paste in your URL over here, and then it works. So let's just give it a go. I didn't know about this, but let's just test it. So I'm going to find my GroovePages site in here, and I'm going to open the bookmarklet. And we're going to add that code in so that we see if it actually works. So the way when you copied over this code, I just typed in delayed redirect HTML, the first option that it gives me in the featured snippet. You scroll down a little bit, and then where you see this second example, you copy this code over and you bring it in the page settings. So if we open up our pages, 3 dots, edit settings, we're going to paste this into the head section. The code includes head section. So let's just see here, a refresh content 5, and then we're just going to change this to Groove.cm. Okay, that's it. Let's just publish this out. And see if it works. I left 5 seconds on there so that we can count together, but I'm pretty confident you can change the number 5 to something else at a later point for your testing. So I'm going to refresh this page manually, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so the 6th, it actually redirects. So there we go. This is a way that you could do it. There is the code, content 5, refresh, and then you copy this over, you change the URL, you change the number, and then it actually redirects after some minutes. There is a spam effect into an automatic redirect after some time like this, so be careful with it. I would suggest you put in a nice little banner on the top of the page, just to cover yourself, something like an alert bar where you say the page will redirect in X amount of seconds, so that you like handle the expectations, because people could think that it's kind of a spam. You know, when you're browsing those news articles or something, then all sorts of things pop up and all sorts of redirects happen, and people don't like that. People don't like to be redirected from where they actually choose to be to somewhere where they didn't choose to be. So make sure you handle the expectation. Type in, just make sure that you put up an alert bar where you say the page will redirect in X amount of time, or something like that, so that you are kind of handling the expectations for the customer. So there is not going to be like, oh, I didn't know you're going, this is a spam. Yeah, that's about it. Let's just go on. Eduardo is here. Hi, David. Nice to be here with your Q&A session today. Thank you very much, Eduardo. I appreciate it. It's good to have you here. I have a question. When I'm testing my page in GrooveKart and I press contact us button, it's saying contact us form is unavailable at this moment. Do you know why this is happening? I don't know. I would suggest you to create a little video about how you set it up and share it with the support. They could look into this one for you. I haven't seen the case where the contact form is saying that is not available. So yeah, if you could just please record a short Loom video, or record your screen and open a support ticket for the support team to look into it. That would be the quickest way to have that issue fixed. David, how can you copy a page over to Groove? Not quite sure where you want to copy it from. There aren't direct importing options for Groove. There are different codes out there, and like the pure HTML doesn't work with the builder, because we have our own elements, like a GroovePages elements inside the code that we manage, that our builder knows to work with. Also, other platforms like WordPress with page builders like Elementor and Drive Architect and the others, they have their own code that they generate so that their builder knows to work with that. If you're copying over a website from those other builders, our page builder will not be able to manage those components. So my suggestion is just to rebuild it within Groove. I know that it's a tedious task, and it's a longer term. Basically, it takes longer time, but at this moment there is no way to copy over a page inside the Groove builder right now. Hey David, I love all the changes and updates. It's what I've been waiting for. I'm glad you're here to lead us. So if you leave, I leave. Thanks, bro, for all you do. I'm not leaving. And Mike, um, Mike talked about some of the things um, that are coming, but this is like a part of the plans that we are working on. So this is just this is just a start. This is only the platform that you're going to be using, but the way the payments are going to be handled, and the wallet system. And did you know that you're going to be able to have a Groove debit card, basically a real live card that you're going to take and go shopping with? So you're going to take your card, and you're going to be able to use the money that you earn as an affiliate and things like that. It's going to be awesome. The plans that we have, and it's already in progress. Like, we already started working on those things. I already went on a rant a couple of LemonAid sessions ago about this, but let me just give you a big overview of what Groove is doing. First, we wanted to give you a platform that you can join us and be with us on a journey where we develop our software. The software is the core part of the business, where you guys come in, you build your businesses, and you kind of make the sales, and we want to help you make as much sales as possible. This is why GrooveSell is free. This is why you basically have a kick-ass free platform to use before you even upgrade. So we want to have a very, very, very good software for you to be able to sell as much as you can. That's the process of that is being worked on right now. And that's the step number one. Step number two is attract as many people as we can with a lifetime deals with affiliates. And this is also in progress. Like, the first two steps are being done right now. The third step is making money for you, making money for us. Like, at this moment, we are not in the process of making money right now. Like, we are, but that's not the core focus of what we are doing right now. What we are doing is bringing you as much innovation to the tools to use, to sell, to market, to build, and things like that. The bigger picture of Groove is to have an integrated payment system, which none of the page builders and none of the businesses that you can get currently outside on the market have. An integrated way of managing your payments and affiliates, and basically having a wallet system so that you can withdraw the money and just use it also for purchasing some other people's products, or an integrated marketplace for selling your products. Not only something that your affiliates will promote, but your actual core products, like, for example, a template, or a bottle, or I don't know, a headset, or I don't know what you're working on, guys, but we are going to have that marketplace within the platform. So all your sales are going to be you could withdraw them in a wallet, or you can put them in a wallet, and you can connect a debit card so that you can use it. So it's kind of a bigger picture of what we're doing. So first step, we're going to attract people that want to come on a journey with us to join this lifetime platform. This is being worked on right now. This is the process right now. Second, give them the best platform for selling and marketing and building. And the third one is, we want to go on a journey with you of making money. That's what we want you to succeed in, and that's what we want to succeed in ourselves. We want you to have the easiest method of succeeding in an online business. With any other platform out there, you would need to duct tape, really, like, connect, hire somebody to connect all of that for you, like a page builder with a payment gateway, with an affiliate system, with a calendar, it's just a hassle. With Groove, you'll have all of that inside, built in, with all of the systems, with marketplaces and everything. So that's the core, like the top of the view. So if you're thinking I'm leaving, if you're thinking Groove is leaving anytime soon, don't. Like, we didn't go on a journey to kind of plan all that out, do this circular economy type of system, and just like leave it out there. So I've seen a lot of people that like, Groove cannot sustain a lifetime account. Like, yes, we can. Actually, we could offer lifetime accounts forever. We don't want to do that, but we could. If we want, we could sell only lifetime accounts and be good. because of the economy that we put behind the actual software. So that's my rant. That's what Groove is working on, and that's why if you join us on this lifetime deal, you're going to be covered for your online businesses for the future. I was told GrooveAsia was a separate co and affiliate program. Yes, I was able to log in with my regular Groove info and get Asia affiliate links. I manage signups. Can they log into regular Groove? Can you expound? So the GrooveAsia has its own login, its own affiliate system, its own everything. At this moment, it's still connected to our main account because we kind of manage those affiliates together and things like that. But it's going to be a complete separate system. So if they signed up through you, I don't think they can sign into the regular Groove. If they signed up to your GrooveAsia account, the account for them was created in GrooveAsia. Maybe this was a slip in the software, but please reach out to the support because of that. If actually somebody upgrades, I don't know who and how those sales will be processed. So please reach out to support and make sure that all is covered on those ends. But yes, Groove Brazil, GrooveAsia are separate, different companies. They have their own affiliate payment systems where they will be paying out separately from the international or the GrooveCM version. So yeah, that's all separate. Hello, David. Question: can you show me how to add an image to the portal in GrooveMember? I used the 9053 350 pixel, but the image still not load. Thanks. Sure, let's just give it a go. Not sure if you are aware. I'm going to show you a sneak peek of where we are with a new portal option. So maybe what you're working on, if you're setting up a portal now from scratch, it will be changing soon. So give me just 1 second. I'm just contacting one of the developers. He needs my input. Okay, so here in the content portals, we have a portal and we want to go and add on an image. Okay, so in the customization, we have a portal cover. So the portal cover is this one, and we can add on the images 19, 20, 30, 50. Yeah, so not sure, Ivor, if you were setting up the correct image size. Yours says 90, 50, 350, but it's 19, 20, 350. It shouldn't be a big issue because the images I have are not that exact size. So let's just see. If I choose an image which is 650, 432, it should still look good, as you can see, because it like makes it full cover. So there's that. If I copy the link and if I open it up, we can see that image on here. So not sure what is the issue on your end, but as you can see, it is working on mine. So let's just check with a custom image that I'm going to upload. Yes, delete it, add an image, upload image. I'm just going to choose this cover. I actually uploaded it twice, but just to make sure that there is no new bugs. Okay, so the image uploaded, it's 920 by 1080, and I'm going to select this image and it shows up. So save and next, copy this over, paste it and go. And there we go. So we can see the portal right now. So the image shows up. Not sure why it doesn't show up for you, but I didn't do anything else except go into the portal's customization and selected an image from here. So if you did the different flow, maybe you can check and just do what I did. But as you can see, it is working on mine. Let me show you a sneak peek of what is coming in the next couple of days. This is the new portals functionality. I believe I showed it earlier, and also Mike showed it on the State of the Groovion. But Ivor, for you, for example, when you go into the content portals, very soon you're going to see a different way of managing it. So let's just give it a new test portal. Portal test 45, and just create a portal. So here, this is the same memberships. This is the same. Actually, not the same, because you can see different layout for the memberships already here. Okay, we need to select memberships. Select. It's a little bit different. We had a kind of a strange way earlier with pink selections. So on here we can sort our memberships, and here we have an option to pick a template, which is not loading. I believe the guys are still working on it. We will have two options here where you can pick a template, and then once you pick the template, you can customize the template. I really wish that I could show you right now, but it just doesn't load. Maybe we can go on and see the finished version of it. Yeah, it didn't. Oh, here we go. So it showed up now. So we can pick a template. There is going to be more and more templates developed for it, but for now we're going to have something like this. So you can choose a round, square, and pill buttons on here. This is going to be for the top of the membership. You can select a different logo. For example, let's upload a different logo. I don't know if I have any logos. Let's just put in Groove. Okay, so here we can put in the different navigation bar color. Okay, and yeah, basically manage how our membership will look like here, and it's much more prettier than the current one that we have live right now. You can also do a different footer and things like that. Hero section, this is where you choose the actual image on the top. You can do description text, description color. You can also put a video in here, which is quite cool. You can put in a welcome video on the portal. You could do a list view or a grid view. For example, these are the different versions. This is the grid view and this is the list view. And you can manage the labels over here. So for all courses or my courses or other courses, in case you are showing it with a different setups and settings inside the membership option over here. You can also choose the author details if you would like to show up the author details on the portal itself. You can put in the social links as well here, and it's just a nicer way to manage your portals, and it looks very clean and sexy, and you can customize everything here. Let's actually see if it shows up right now. Yeah, it doesn't show. It's on a test server. It's not on a live server. So but that's coming in a couple of days. Do we able to activate Stripe? Other payment methods such as Apple Pay, Google Pay, FPX, Malaysia need FPX. We don't yet have that option. That is a plan. We will activate all of these options. For Apple Pay and Google Pay, we will have an inbuilt Apple Pay and Google Pay option to Groove, which is not going to be only related to the payment gateway that you have, but it's going to be an actual option to select there. It's kind of cool. We will have that soon, but for now we don't have the Stripe's other payment methods, but we will have them in the future. Question: can you demonstrate how to upload a video so clients view it from the membership area, not hosting on my YouTube channel? It's basically you upload it to Groove Video and embed the video inside your membership area. I can show you how to embed a video into GrooveMember. That's not a problem. Let me just, I know I'm not sharing my screen. Give me just a second. I'm going to open a membership here. Okay, so an open Groove video, and instead of the YouTube video as you have it right now, you would need to add an embed element, which is available in the elements library here. When you click add, and then you have the last one is the code embed. You drag it out on the canvas somewhere, and then here we will embed our Groove video. So in Groove video, we go to library, and we copy over the get video. We copy over this code, and we paste it inside the GrooveMember section in here. And the Groove video will show up in order to play once the membership is previewed live. That's basically it. But all of your videos within Groove would need to be uploaded into your library inside the Groove video. Click the upper right hand side corner, add new video button, and then you can just upload your videos from here. Thank you, David. So what do I do until the GDPR is integrated in Groove? I would really need an advice here. I have already hired someone who is building my website in Groove. So how do I make sure I don't get the fine? You can use an outside payment system. You can directly connect to Stripe, or you can connect to other payment options that are out there if you don't want to use GrooveSell. Basically, anything where you're collecting information about payments is more of a risk. If you're using name and email, it is still kind of personal information, and the tracking like tracking cookies and things like that, but it's not going to cause huge issues if, for example, something happens. It should not a lot of people go out there suing people that are just starting up their businesses, because big businesses get sued that have a lot of money because they can pay out the fines, but smaller people don't get sued. And a lot of people have a bigger fear of this GDPR than it actually is. I do understand, because it's a big thing. It's being worked on in Groove. At this moment, I don't have a full recommendation. We are not GDPR compliant. You can find something that is and use it in the meanwhile, in case you're afraid, in case you are worried. But as I said, I have my own systems up on Groove, and I'm using it to market and build and sell, and I'm in Europe as well. But like at this moment, I wouldn't be able to suggest anything that is kind of a legal advice. Like, yes, you can do it. You will not get sued. This is not something I could tell you, because I don't know for sure. I can only say Groove is working towards full GDPR compliance, but we're not there yet. Okay, question from Mark. I know your time is limited, but are you still doing the GroovePages review things? I would love for you to review my latest site like you used to. Thanks. Mark, thank you. I'm not doing that right now, unfortunately. I am in the development of the platforms, and I'm communicating. I'm doing the testing and the quality audit before we actually push something out. Some of the tasks that require a bit of more design and testing and things like that, I test them myself. So a lot of my time goes into that, and development of the future platforms like GDPR, the agency, and the user roles and permissions is something that I'm involved in. Planning of the new UI and things like that. This is more of my task right now. So I don't do the reviews, but you can post a video about your site or something like that in the Facebook group, and ask for somebody to give their own feedback on that. Maybe I chime in as well, but I don't do live streams where I comment on user sites anymore. Question. I put a question on the Facebook page after watching an affiliate video inside the academy. The video said that using one of the links would redirect and not allow commissions. Please help. Yes, that's correct. So if you copy over the affiliate link from your Groove dashboard, that's the link you need to share. That's it. That's the whole kind of knowledge that you need to know. Copy over the link that Groove gives you, and you can share away, and that's it. If you do like things like you copy over the link, you open that link, you copy over the link from the address bar and share that. That's not going to track the actual sales and commissions over to your account. So basically what you need to do is just use the link that Groove gives you, and that's it. You can shorten that link with a URL shortener, or you can redirect that link from your own custom link over to that link that Groove gives you. But just use the link that Groove gives you. That's basically the whole science behind that. Abdul has a question. How do I create a checkout form without pricing like the one in free Groove CM registration page? You need to go to Groove Sell Checkout Builder and manage your checkout there. Let me show you in here. So you open Groove Sell, or you go to your products and click this checkout this cart icon. In here you can create these links for your products. You can have, I don't know which one of my products have a free option, but I'm pretty confident that Butterfly Marketing here will have. So yeah, so I have a freebie here, super valuable freebie. I'm going to create a checkout link for that. You can see here it immediately offers you two options: paid pricing or free signups. If you set up free signups, then you can just use that. In the name, I'm going to type in free checkout link. Save and next. And the steps you can choose if you want a one step or a multi-step order form. I believe we have this one, or this one even on Groove. You can enable all price points, but in case you have a freebie, doesn't really matter. Look and feel. So here you manage your look and feel, and I'm going to leave it as is for now. You decide what fields to show. If you want to collect username and password, you can manage that over here. I believe we are asking for both of these on the Groove side of things. You can skip the billing or show the billing. I'm going to skip it for now. Actually, I believe this needs to be turned on. And then there we have it. So we went through, created checkout link, where this is our checkout link. It looks like this. This is something similar to what Groove has. Basically, we have an option with username, password, and then get free access. That's it. If you're asking if you can remove this, like to not show the $0, I don't think you can. That's basically the price plan of the product, even though it is a freebie. Yeah, I don't think you can like delete so that it doesn't show, but maybe we could, if we embed it, maybe it doesn't show. Let me just see. If we bring it over to our page somewhere, let's just use it here. I believe it will still show. Oh, here we go. So it doesn't show actually when the checkout link is embedded, when the checkout form is embedded to a page, then it doesn't show. I believe this is what we have on groovefunnels.com as well. We embedded the form into the page, and this is why it doesn't show the actual price. You see, we have the first name, email, username, password, and get free access. This is what I created on here as well. First name, last name, email, username, password, get free access. So basically that's it. You create a checkout link inside GrooveSell. Where am I? Quite a lot of questions today. I'm going to actually move this off so so we can finalize this video on, or this Q&A, by the 2-hour mark. How to create different landing pages using a single domain. So not quite sure what you're trying to do. If you're trying to do kind of A/B testing, that domain.com will on 50% of time show one of the pages and 50% of the time show a second page, you could do that with third-party tools, with Google Optimize and other A/B testing software. If you're actually trying to not use the root domain itself, but have, I don't know, pages of I don't know, domain.com/contact and domain.com/about, that's done automatically for you in GroovePages just by naming the page differently. Let me show you in here. So I'm going to open this. Give me just a second. I know I'm not sharing my screen. Here we go. I just wanted to open a GroovePages site. So here I have some of my pages in here. For example, my home page is the index page. This is going to be the root domain, so domain.com. The about page has a /about, and this is managed in the settings. So the page URL, this is the /about, or the /contact, or the / something that you want to add. So this is going to be the domain.com /about. This is the next page on that domain. So this is how you manage what is coming on the domain. So you can have one domain with unlimited number of pages with this system. If you're actually doing the version number 1, which I mentioned, that the actual root domain has multiple different pages for testing, for example, that's managed in an outside platform that we don't have that yet in Groove. Hey David, I'm really glad to be here and learn with the best. Thank you very much, Gilmar. I'm trying to provide you with all the information I have, so hopefully I can do all of these questions. Sometimes the questions are challenging, but I give my best. The connection of custom domain has changed from how we normally do it. It's giving me headache here. I connected domain from GoDaddy to GroovePages and it's still showing secure and connected in GrooveFunnels here, but I tried to publish a website with it, but not working. I use GrooveFunnels subdomain and it worked, but I'm doing something wrong in connecting a custom domain. Question 2. I don't know what you're doing wrong. I wouldn't be able to pinpoint it right here. There is 2 ways of connecting a domain, which is, one is the full domain setup, where you actually bring over the name servers to Groove, and this is the recommended. Even if you have somewhere else, like for example, if you have the domains managed on Cloudflare for some reason on that domain, just point your new name servers that Groove gives you, point it to the domain name register and use Groove as the actual platform. We have Cloudflare, the business version, which is the more secured version. If something happens and you need support, we could also support you through our help desk. We could go in there and we can look into it and we can help you manage the systems that you have connected to Groove. If you don't have it connected to Groove, we cannot look into the domain name and the DNS settings that could be potentially causing issues. So if you didn't connect your domain with the name servers over to Groove, then do that one. That would be the best that I could recommend. Question 2, I cannot see the full question, but I will try to answer it as much as I can get out of it. I got a font from WebFont and want to use it on GroovePages. Approached it in the way Google fonts are used in GroovePages. I wouldn't know if web fonts can be used that way. If they give you a CSS code, which kind of rewrites the CSS into that web font, then you can use it. But if it is like you go to a font registrar, a font platform, font website, and you download that web font, you'll not be able to use it because that needs to be kind of baked in somehow in the CSS through the font being hosted online somewhere. That's what Google Font does. There are other platforms like Google Font, but have a look if there is a platform that has the font that you want uploaded already in their their registrar, and they give you kind of the CSS code to be able to use it with the pages. At this moment, that's the only way of using a third party or an outside font with Groove through CSS. Question, are you seeing our questions on YouTube? I am seeing some of the questions on YouTube, not sure. Oh yeah, Cecilia, this was you. Yes, I'm seeing the questions. I'm just going step by step. We can put a countdown on thank you page with a redirect after 5 seconds. You could do that, yes. So you could do that. The countdown timer already has a built-in redirect option where you set up redirect after the countdown timer has passed. Hey buddy, I discovered something by mistake and need steps on how to do it on purpose in the future. I've embedded checkout forms on 2 different GroovePages sites. Both look differently. One is long form and with all entry fields on the screen. I'm using to this view, and second embedded form has a shorter form that takes user screen to screen. That's basically a one step and a multi-step. They select product. There's only one product in this case. On the next screen they enter the email, on the next screen they input pay. Yeah, I understand. So Kisha, what you're trying to do is the actual one step or the multi-step payment processing or the checkout processing in GrooveCell. So that means I saw your book, by the way. Very good job on that one. You're receiving sales already. And what you are talking about is, for example, for main product here, let's just say that this is your book and you're trying to set up a flow. And the way you manage if people see one long form or multiple forms is here. So this is my paid product checkout. Or let's just use one step checkout form, and then we go through the checkout builder. I'm going to show you very quickly where you can find that. So in case you go to sell products, basically if you go into GrooveCell, you can head over to tools, and then the first option, product links, or checkout links. And then you get to the screen I was before, and here in the step number 2 of the checkout page links or the creation or the checkout wizard, you have the option to select one-step checkout or multi-step checkout, and then you select how many steps you want to add in here. So that's kind of the way that you have. So the one long form checkout form that you saw is a one-step checkout. It says select for single step checkout page. Everything is on one step. Then you go through basically setting up your product. You can choose the look and feel and the different form fields you want to ask for and the ones that you don't want to ask for. And if you want to collect username or password, and then once you're done, you get a link where when you open it, everything is on one page. So all of the information, they get asked the contact information, they get asked the billing information, they get asked the payment information in one step. If you want, you can also create another checkout link, which would be for multi-step. And there you can ask, or there you can set up multi-step checkout. And there you can set up how many steps you want and which steps exactly you want. So you can set it up here. You want email and order form, or you want email, name and billing, and then the payment information, or basically you can look at the screens, how it shows up, and then you go to the same setup, choose the options that you want, and here you'll have the link for the multi-step checkout, where it's going to be showing smaller. As you can see here, we have the email. Then the next step is the billing information. Once the people fill this one out, they go to the payment information, and then they are good to go. So that's the difference. This is a one-step checkout. This is the multi-step checkout with all of these options offered separately. Okay, so there's that. Hopefully that helps. I don't know who this person is, but I'm going to try my best to answer it. I always get a message saying that Facebook Pixel is active but not associated with the ad account. I've tried everything. I made several pixels associated with the ad account added to Groove. Nothing works. Any idea what is going on? I don't. I would need to see you how it is. It is tested. How it is set up. So if you could, you can record a short video and post it in the Facebook group, so our users can assist you also if that's not me directly assisting you. There must be something that is icky with the setup. Not sure if you have seen. There is a video where I went through the conversion, basically setting up a pixel that is going to track conversion on all of the steps. So in case you type in pixel in our YouTube channel, you can find this video, how to track Facebook pixel conversions on Groove funnels. If you click in here, I go through the whole step-by-step process on how to create a pixel, how to paste it in the pages, how to kind of test it out, and how to make sure that everything works. It's a bit more advanced, but I try to really get down to the simplest terms and try to explain everything as is. Try and see if this tutorial helps you. You don't have to watch the whole thing. You can jump through sections, but I'm confident that I did a good job on this one. And I don't think that Facebook has done big updates on the Pixel since this video has been added. It was in December, so try and go through this system there. Hi David, thanks for your feedback yesterday. Really appreciate it. However, I'm still struggling to fully understand the solution. Would you mind discussing this in your live training? I'm using GrooveKart and would like to use the upsell element. Unlike the YouTube tutorial, I do not wish to offer a secondary product as an upsell. I would like to offer the same product as a discounted rate on multiple purchases, as I only have one product in the product area. Okay, so you still need to have two products. I cannot see your name directly. I know that I answered you yesterday, but the question is for everybody else to understand what we are doing. There is a user who would like to have a GrooveKart where he wants to set up the sales flow of the shop of the web store to be selling one product as the main product, and then the upsell to be the same product but in bundles. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, I'm opening up my GrooveKart store. Ooh, fancy. I haven't seen it yet. If you are watching, then you can see the new sidebar in here, which is actually new. I haven't seen this one myself before. So we're going into the products. My products. I like this font. That's not our own font. Okay. So we go into the products, and now I have one product only. This is the indestructible trimmer. Let me just show you how the page looks like. And this was done in one of my previous trainings, which is where we created this whole site. We created a one product store in GrooveKart, the toughest trimmer on the market. So basically, this website was created by us. If you haven't seen this one, there is a full-on training of how we did it. One product. Type in one product in our YouTube channel. Here you can see creating a high-performing one-product store using GrooveKart. It's basically a step-by-step way where I show you exactly how I create that website. Here we go. So, okay, enough about that. I'm going to go and show you how to set up the. I have a lot of tabs open. Here we go. So we have now that one product set up. This is going to be my main product, but now I want to upsell the same product but in multiple quantities. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this product. It says your product will be duplicated shortly. Refresh this page in 60 seconds or so. So I'm going to wait a little bit, but I'm going to do it right now, not in 60 seconds. Okay, we can see it is here. So we have a copy of indestructible trimmer. I'm going to go and edit this product right now. Let me zoom in a bit. And the first product that we already have set up, the indestructible trimmer, is the main product that's going to be sold in quantities of 1. But this, the copy that we created, is going to be the upsell. Upsell. I'm going to use upsell or bundle upsell. Bundle upsell. Okay, it's the same product description, everything is the same. So I'm going to go and manage the pricing and variance, because this is where the magic happens. In the variance tab, I have the different variants that are shipping from somewhere. In order to make this a little bit easier to understand, I'm going to remove these 3 variants. So I'm going to open up the bulk editing and delete these variants. So now I have only that one product. So this is my main product. I want to now create different variants of this products. So I'm going to do a variant which is going to say quantity. Okay, so here I'm going to do I don't know, 3, 5, 9, 10, 15, and so these are going to be my variants. Okay, I'm going to click the generate, and this is going to be generating this variant type now. So as you can see here, I have my variants for the quantity. The where it says quantity 3, I'm going to add the price of, I don't know, let's just keep it in tens. So this is going to be $30. The quantity of 5 is going to be $50. The quantity of 9 is going to be $90. The quantity of 10 is going to be $100, and this is going to be $150. Sorry. So this is now the different variants of the same exact product, but we now created a variant of quantity. It's going to show up as a drop-down list. People will be able to see the numbers 3, 5, 9, 10, and 15, and this is the different options that are going to show up. Okay, so we can click the save button, and we can click just to preview the product. Let's just see if this is already showing up. Okay, yeah, you didn't publish it yet. Okay, let's just go to the whole process, review, and let's just go finish and click publish. I also want to make sure that we have it turned on to publish on the website. Okay, so in the finish, in the step number 6 in GrooveKart, in the where it says finish, I want to make sure that it says display product on website. Okay, just so that we can check it out. It doesn't have to be displayed if it is an upsell. I just want to have it shown. So as you can see now, we created the bundle upsell product, where it shows a quantity selector, where when people select the quantity, it shows up the different prices. Okay, so that's what I mentioned earlier yesterday in the post, where you clone the product, you create the different variants from it, you add on the prices, and now you go back to the first product and choose this one as an upsell. Let me just show you. So this is now our bundle upsell product. We created that one. And now we're going to the first product, which is not the bundle upsell, but this indestructible trimmer. And we are going to edit this product. And in the settings tab over here, in the upsells, we're going to select we actually type in the name of the product, and you cannot see from behind me, it says indestructible trimmer bundle upsell. I want to add this as the upsell product. So you click save, and basically now you can exit out, because if somebody purchases the indestructible trimmer in the quantity of 1, they will be offered the upsell, which is the same product, but they can choose a different quantity as well with a lower price. So that's basically what I mentioned yesterday, how to do it. Let's see if we can test this out. Proceed to checkout. Hopefully I do have my um, my test Stripe account connected, so we'll double check. Okay. No payment modules have installed. Okay, so I cannot test it out, but basically after somebody purchases, they are going to be offered the upsell, and then they can purchase the different quantities. So that's kind of it, how you do upsell the same product that you already have. Hello, David. While we wait in GrooveMail, what's the best way to deliver a lead magnet PDF to someone who has opted in? Download on thank you page, integration with other email, something else? Tropical Cabbage, very good question. I would suggest you to do the butterfly marketing system, and that's the way where you create a membership in GrooveMember, and you give the access or to the PDF on that membership. This way, basically, the user gets redirected over to your membership. You can get them also involved in an affiliate type of system where you invite them to promote for you and things like that. So if you haven't yet looked into butterfly marketing, there is no better way in the world to deliver freebies than the butterfly marketing way. That's the only way that I am doing it right now, and the only way I suggest to everybody else, because with Groove you can do it, and with Groove it's really easy to do it. So basically, when somebody signs up for your free product, they get the access to that free product on a membership that you create in GrooveMember. With that, you can get them to become your automatic affiliates, so that even if they don't buy your product, only if they just signed up for the freebie, they can start promoting for you, and they can start making money themselves by selling your product just because they signed up for your freebie, which is a very, very cool process. Have a look in our YouTube channel, and basically on YouTube, just type in butterfly marketing, and you're going to see a couple of videos which are very, very nice, and they allow you to kind of learn how to do it. If you need any more help, as a platinum member, if you are a platinum member, then you get the full-on training that Mike and I did about the butterfly marketing system. It's in a separate membership area, which is called not Fast Start Lab. It's called Funnels Masterclass by Mike Filsaime. You should have received an email already, in case you're a platinum member, with access to that one. In that Funnels Masterclass, there is a mini course for the butterfly marketing funnel. You can go through step by step with me along the way. I'm going to show you how to do an exact funnel with the butterfly marketing system. Can you go over how to copy a web page that I own at Kajabi? Unfortunately, there is no way to do it with a shortcut. You would need to recreate it with the elements in GroovePages. So my suggestion is just to go into GroovePages and recreate the page, or you can hire this task out to somebody that is more familiar with the builder. But there is no way to copy over that web page and just use it as it is in Kajabi right now. Only sort of related, but your lighting with your glass is brilliant, no glare. How do you set up lights so that to get good lighting with no shadows or glare? Actually, I had in a previous videos on mine, I have a ring light, and there is no glare in my glasses unless I actually tilt my head up, because I put the ring light quite high, and I have two light boxes next to me, which is kind of giving me the light from the sides and also to the green screen, and the ring light is kind of shining down on my face from the top, so it's giving me this kind of nice light. Let me just quickly manage my autofocus. There we go. So that's basically it. I have the ring lights. If you put them straight into your face and wear glasses, it's going to be very, very bad. But yes, with high above, then you don't see it. Is there training on minimum Groove CSS codes? I want to set H1, H2P styles at the site level so it blows across the site. How can I do that, please? And thank you. I don't know. That would be probably a question for the Facebook community. I didn't play with Groove with CSS. I'm not very good with it, but I'm pretty confident there are more techie people in our Groove community that could be able to help you, Keisha. Also, you could ask Angie Norris. She is a CSS fan, so she would be able to assist. On the last session, you showed partner contracts and that you could still have an affiliate program in addition to what you split with the partner. Can you do a 2-tier with that? Please expound. I believe you can. I didn't go into depth on how that actually works out and what the numbers are on who gets what and who gets from who what. But I'm confident that you can. I will need to double check this one, but I'm confident that you can. Please don't skip over Tropical Cabbage question. Your non-glare is amazing. I would love to know that too. So yeah, Joanne, basically I have a ring light. It's above my head. If I tilt my head up, you can see it. I have two light boxes next to myself, and there I have a green screen behind me, and that's kind of it. Previously, I had just these small lights bought in IKEA or these furniture stores. They were yellow. When I got these light boxes with a strong white light, then it kind of changed. I also have a ring light where you can change the hue of the light, and I always put it on the brightest white. If you have a look, I can change different contrast, the different yellow tones on my face. I always choose the brightest, whitest one because that usually looks the best. So yeah, that's kind of it. abc123456.com question TID equals 123. In this URL, when I click on the bottom parameter is not passing, have to use tiny URLs for this. I would like you avoid tiny URL. I'm not quite sure what this what kind of question is this. I don't understand the question. If this is a question, Chand, if you have a question that you would like my input on, feel free to ask. I don't fully understand what to do here. Can you do a quick tutorial showing us how to use the Z position? I have tried to input a quantity to bring a block in front of another, but it reversed to auto import value in the field anyway around this. Yes, I showed this last time in the last Q&A. I'm going to do it one more time. Let me just find the actual Groove pages. I don't have Groove pages. Here we go. Okay, so here I have the let's just do this. I want to bring this image over here. And make it negative. That's not going to work. Let me just try with this one. Oh yeah, we could do this. So here I want to bring this over here on top. That's doesn't go to negative. Anyway, let's just use this one. I'm going to do green overlay on this one. Here we go. So now we have the green box on the blue one. Let's just call this we will call this in the layout, in the Z index, we're going to call this 2, okay? And this box is going to be 1. So Z index works that the higher the number, the higher the position it has on top. So basically now this position, what we have, the green box has a value of 2, and it is on top of the blue one because it has a higher value than this one. This has a value of 1. But what if I change this one to 3? Okay, it didn't change. But if we type in exclamation mark important, important, this should change over. Let me just see why it didn't. Layout. Oh yeah, we did a space. Let's do this one more time. 3 important. Last time when I was showing this exact scenario, it was working. It does do space here for some reason. Let's try with a different thing. Let's try to pull this button, for example, on the top of this. We'll get this checked. I'm not quite sure why this doesn't work. So now we have this button on the text. We will set the text to have a Z index of 3, and the button will have the Z index of 2. Basically, it doesn't matter the number. You can play with 1 million number as well. You just have to have the higher value on the bottom. So at this moment, it doesn't work, but we would need to type in exclamation mark important, and then it should work, but it still doesn't. There may be something wrong with this. Let me actually do one more test on a blank page just to see if it works. Then let's just use a video player and the button. What is happening? Let me just do a reload. Okay, so let's just do a video player, and I'm going to use an image. There we go. So the image is going to come on top of the actual video, or this way. So now we have the image behind the video. The video needs to have a smaller value. So I'm going to call this 1, and the image I'm going to put a Z index of 2. So this didn't immediately change, but it should if I type in exclamation mark important. Important. There is something finicky about this one for sure. It was working last time when I was showing it, and at this moment it just doesn't show as it should. Yeah, so could be that it's not your fault, Keisha. There is definitely something wrong. This is how I did it last time. You can have a look at the last session. There is a full timestamp. You can look at, this was session 31. There I explained how to do that. We'll need to look into it with the devs because there's something finicky about that. Are you planning to post the GrooveAsia launch with timestamps? I've attempted to watch part of the 36-hour launch that shows in your YouTube channel, but there is always an error. The YouTube doesn't allow recordings of videos longer than, I believe, 8 hours or so. In our case, live streams that were longer than X amount of time, they cannot stay online. There are videos which are like hard, like loop videos. For example, you probably saw like funny clips of Justin Bieber looping for 11 hours or something like that. Those that are videos that people upload as a video file, those can be bigger, but live streams at this moment, YouTube doesn't allow to stay as recordings if the recording is more than 8 hours. So 36 hours of video is not going to be available for playing as a replay on YouTube, but we have a recording on our own. We created our own recording. We're going to be posting that soon. There is, however, the replays as we were playing them in 8-hour chunks on Facebook. You can find those as a replay in there. Okay. I need to put code in the footer for third-party tracking, but I didn't see any footer area. On the header, I have added my Facebook pixel. The footer is the body bottom. Some platforms call it footer, some call it body bottom. It's just basically what loads first, what loads last. That's basically it. When a page loads, there is different sections load in, and then the body bottom is the last one that loads in, and this is the footer that some platforms call it. So the same place where you found the header, where you put in the codes for the head and the body bottom, this is where you need to put in the body bottom section. Hey David, thanks for your feedback yesterday. Okay, so this was Pietro. I believe I explained you the GrooveKart upsells right now, Pietro. How to create a checkout form without the pricing like the ones in the free account. I actually showed that one as well. It's just a checkout builder in GrooveCell. You can create your own. I showed you earlier today. How can you add custom fonts to GroovePages? Through CSS, you basically copy over the CSS code that Google Fonts give you, for example, and you paste that into the CSS on the page settings of your GroovePages, and that's basically it. Can you briefly demonstrate how to make a sales page in GroovePage and transfer it to GrooveMember? You cannot make that. You cannot do that because sales pages are for GroovePages. GrooveMember is not for hosting sales pages. That's not the functionality of GrooveMember. GrooveMember has its own way or own special reason for existence, and that's delivering content in video, text, audio, quizzes, or something like that. That's what basically you deliver in GrooveMember. Sales pages you shouldn't have hosted on GrooveMember. How can I confirm if I inserted the correct codes in the right place on the Facebook verification? I'm trying to do it, but after 24 hours, Facebook still says that that has not been possible. Marco, I'm not able to assist you. I would need to see what the actual situation is. So in case you could, I appreciate if you record a short video and post it in not YouTube, but in the Facebook group, so that we can have a look and maybe suggest some of the actions for you in order to be able to assist, or reach out to support. Our support doesn't need to know everything there is about Facebook Pixel. So this is why I suggest reaching out to the community, but there may be instances our support can look into your setup and maybe find maybe something is wrong, and they can correct you on that one. But the Facebook community would be the preferred place where I would go asking for help with Facebook pixels. Where can I put JavaScript? I got the code to convert the parameters to a different name while passing. Usually code embed elements. If you put the code embed elements on the page, then you put the JavaScript code in there. When I try to post a Facebook ad, I always get the same message saying the Facebook pixels. Again, I answered this one already. I would just create a short video, reach out to the Facebook community of Groove, and they could look into it for you, and they can assist you with the Facebook pixels. Follow up. The example says that using the link given will automatically redirect, and then we would not get the commissions. Can you go to show that video to see it now? No, that's not. Basically, it will redirect 100%. You don't have to worry about that. Just the link that you copy over from the partner program account, that's the one you need to use. It will redirect, but if it redirects and then you copy over that link from the address bar, then you would not get the commissions. So again, just to confirm, Cecilia, if you go into the partner program where you get your links offered, you copy over that link, and then you can use that link. You can share it away wherever you want. That is the correct link. Okay, I answered that one as well. I don't know if I'm reading the questions from previously. These were most of these were answered. The changes coming regard to project pages and funnels separate. How will it affect current sites made with pages and funnels already done? Do we need to modify something? Nope. Basically, this is just UI change, or the user interface changes. Your site in our database, it is in one table. It looks like basically a Google sheet or an Excel sheet. It's basically a table. And whenever we do something on the front end, change the user interface, and then display the different content from our table to you, it's just a change in the user interface, in the design. It's like most of the tasks for project pages are just how will it look when we pull in the content for you from the backend, and that's kind of it. It's a big task, changing the whole UI and the flow of how things work, but it's nothing that is going to affect your sites and funnels and things like that. It's just a change of how we will display things. Your GrooveBlog tutorial on the launch was very helpful. I replaced all my CSS buttons with image links instead of Google Page Speed. Appreciated the change. Is the GrooveBlog homepage getting an overhaul? GrooveBlog homepage. If you mean if we are getting more templates, then the answer is yes. We will not do any kind of overhaul on the way GrooveBlog works, but we will add on more templates in the future. That's for sure. As page speed are all very low on the home pages, and this may start to affect rankings with Google latest changes. Page speed is very finicky. If you test it 3 times, you will get 3 different results. If you test it 4 times, you'll get 4 different results. My suggested way is not to completely rely on page speed insights. There is a lot of people that don't even use it because it just doesn't fully represent all the information. It understands, and I know people rely on Google, and this is page speed insights from Google. But also check with GTmetrix, also check with Pingdom tools, also check with the other checkers of speed and other checkers that give different information, and then they check the information from other servers. In Google, I don't think you can manage where the servers are checking the speed insights. I believe you cannot manage where your site is being analyzed from or tracked from. This also gives a big disadvantage. In GTmetrix, for example, you can choose the server closest to your own to your own place. For example, if you have a website that the people in Asia will be checking, then it makes sense to check the page speed from a server in Asia. That way you can get the most close the closest scores to the real ones. So page speed insights is good, but don't fully rely on them. Check with others as well. Thank you, David, for answering my questions. You're the man. Thank you very much. You didn't answer my own question. I started the tutorial as recommended. I actually answered the question that you had, the big one, connection of domains and the web fonts. I did answer that earlier. Hi David, is there any piece of code like script directly in code rather than a Groove UI box? No. Any piece of code like script directly in code rather than there was a way to change the source code, but we don't offer that option anymore. People were abusing it and they were stealing other sites. That's not something that we want to allow. Click DNS, edit CNAME, wmydomain.com, enter go to the domain that you bought over content host and check Cloudflare box. I don't know what this is, but it's most probably not from me. Just finished watching your 3-day GrooveKart accelerator. Great job. I started setting up and adding products to my store, and I haven't connected the domain. Hope I haven't messed things up like that. No, this you can follow through. Setting up the domain could be done at the end. It can be done at the beginning. It doesn't matter. Whenever you have your domain, you can set it up. You can also use this 3-day GrooveKart accelerator as just a test without actually setting up a domain if you don't want to go live with that store of yours. So just test it out as much as you can, play with the platform, and see what it can do. Just trying to get used to it, see the different options that are available. This is how you learn. You do these connections in your head, and then the next time when you're doing something for real money, for real project, it's going to be much more simpler. I see the new look on GrooveKart. Is there other changes coming? We are doing a lot of different UI changes. Some are smaller, like for example, our tables are looking strange. There are like buttons that are not needed. There is also things in bold. There are things that are not in bold and should be in bold text. So that is all going to get managed as smaller UI changes, bigger UI changes. Some of them are already out, some of them are not yet, but we are slowly changing our platforms to be prettier. So that is the new way to make checkout pages, or is that something different? First time seeing that process. This is the new way. It has been for 2 months already, or 3. But yeah, we had previously only one option, and it was just your link or your embed code, but you didn't have a way to choose how it actually looks, how it acts, what information it requires, and things like that. Our checkout builder in GrooveCell is the new way of creating the links. Pietro is saying thank you so much. Super clear now. Perfect. Did Mike have a book he was giving away demonstrating butterfly marketing? Yes, he has a book. It's a butterfly marketing manuscript. It was shared in the group not that long ago, so you may also find it very simply. If you go into our Facebook group, type in butterfly marketing manuscript. There is Kevin Stevens has shared this with people, so it may be over here. Here we go. So if you type in a butterfly marketing manuscript, this post from Kevin Steven, if you scroll down, you can see a Drive link, and you can download this PDF. It is okay, access denied. For some reason, I mean, this is available also online if you type in butterfly marketing manuscript. PDF, you can find it very easily. There is on Script and on other platforms. You can download it from there. Yeah, may need to ask Kevin to refresh his link, but it was available to download. Rob Hardy, have you got a training on setting up email form and setting up the link on the submit button? Setting up an email form and setting up the link on the submit button. I do. I believe you are talking about GroovePages. For that, I have trainings. Form. Create a custom form in GroovePages. This is a full-on tutorial on how to go from nothing to having a form that looks like. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just show you here. It can look like this one, or it can be in a more custom way, and then you can set it up. But there is a shorter option is here. GroovePages tutorial working with forms. This is a 5-minute training where I got a form and I show you how to work with it. This is something I would suggest you to have a look at. GroovePages tutorial working with forms. This is going to show you how to actually set it up and set up the the thank you page, redirects, and things like that. Moving on. Regarding partner contracts, I want to create a portal with several memberships, and I have a partner who creates part of the content. I can use partner contracts to split the incomes. Can you give me an idea about the process flow? I showed that last time. I will not go through that one more time. If you have a look at the Groove LemonAid number 31, I went through step by step. Oops, I will not show. So if you go into our YouTube channel, just click videos. Here, the Groove LemonAid 31, I went through step by step on how to create partner contracts. So let me just find, where is the, it was somewhere at the first half, if I'm correct. Could be this one. Can you explain the, yeah, it was a strange question that I didn't understand first. Not sure how that works with Stripe right now, since they have Connect available. As an example, let's say that it turns 20%. I believe that's the one. It was actually at the second half. Yeah, so this was JC Preston asked the question last time. This is I was wrong. It was almost at the end. It is 1 hour 3 minutes mark where JC asked a strange question. I didn't understand it at first, but then I figured that he is asking about the partner contracts. And then I went through step by step and I showed how to set up a partner contract and what is important. This was just, I believe, Friday, the last Friday. So it's still fresh. Nothing changed since then. So you can have a look at how it works. It is not that hard to create. So you may want to have a look at this. Okay. How many of you feel that if you had David's job, you'd answer, I don't know, 80% of the time on Q&A question? I know I wouldn't be employed long. Yeah, some of these things I want to say I don't know, but I cannot. I need to say I need more information, and most of the times I don't know because I don't have enough information. For example, for the Facebook pixels, this is something I really need to see of how it is set up, because it is kind of a delicate thing. It needs to be set up correctly, and then in order to help, I would need to have more information. But there are some things that I don't know. Like, for example, the CSS you asked me about, like, I don't know a lot about CSS, but I can point you, the next best thing I could do is just to point you in the direction of where you could find out more. Like, for example, pointing you to the Facebook community. We have some awesome community members that know this stuff, like they actually wrote the CSS code themselves. And also Angie Norris, like, you are in the group with her, she would be able to assist you, I'm 100% sure. How do you add Facebook IDs to your blog? Facebook IDs for what exactly? I'm not quite sure. Would it be for Facebook pixel and tracking? There is, in the settings, there is a tracking and an analytics option where you can put in the Facebook pixel for tracking and things like that. There is also, each and every one of your posts on GrooveBlog has a code injection place, a custom code place, where you can also paste in different types of code. I don't fully know what the Facebook ID is for, so there's different ways to manage that. Is it possible to make a blog post and post date it? I'm bringing over blog posts from WordPress, which I hope to close out. If you're talking about date in a past, yes, you can date it with a date in a past. That's available. Thanks for everything. See you next Tuesday. But I'm doing also on Friday a Q&A session. So if you want to jump in on Friday, you can do that one as well. Have you got a training about setting up email form? You asked that like very recently over here. And yes, I do. If you go on to YouTube channel, you can have a look. GroovePages tutorial, setting up your forms or something like that. Just type in forms into our YouTube channel, and then you'll find working with forms is the name of the tutorial. You showed earlier, if I have a free download delivered inside GrooveMember site, I can have someone promote that, and if there's an upsell inside member area, it would track that for their commission. That's a great question. If you mean, I think it would, because the cookie is still staying on their browser. Only if they actually clicked on your link afterwards for some reason, somehow, then it would not be. It would be, this link would be severed. But I believe that it's still cookied in, so I believe that is correct. If you have an upsell in your members area and somebody purchases the first product, they would still be connected to the original affiliate. Yeah. Are there watchouts when different IPs across the globe are accessing clients' accounts at the same time? I asked because my agency is doing extremely well. I had to hire out some of the tasks. That's a great problem to have. At this moment, there are trackings for who accesses what. For now, I don't fully know what we are doing with that information, but we are tracking IPs, and we are not really. I don't know how our system is set up, but I don't think that it can allow like 30 different people to connect from 30 different IPs. That's for sure. But if you have only 1 or 2 people managing your account, I don't think that's a problem. Is there going to be in GrooveBlog in the future the possibility to have a layout similar to new how-to blog, like a menu of content on the left? I think it was made on WordPress. Yeah, the new Groove How was made on WordPress. Is just basically one plugin. It's a collapsible element plugin. So our blogs are not. Our blogging platform is not a platform that will have something like this at this moment in time. We are not planning to have something like that, because it is used more for news and posts and things like that. What we have in Groove How is more like a help desk, Q&A type of platform. We will have our Groove Desk platform that will have types of help desk articles in this type of collapsible element way. Our blog is not going to be doing that sort of stuff. Are feature like pop-ups coming to GrooveKart? If not, how can we integrate pop-ups from GroovePages? Pop-ups from GroovePages you would not be able to use in GrooveKart. GrooveKart will most probably have its own pop-ups at a later point, but for now we don't have that yet. You can, however, use a third-party pop-up platform. I know that it's not the ideal, but if you would like, you can. I use, for example, I have a pop-up platform that I purchased some time ago. It is handy for GrooveBlog. GrooveBlog also doesn't have pop-ups yet, and also I used it in GrooveKart. It's basically you have a separate login for this pop-up platform. You create the pop-ups, you design them there, you copy over code and you paste it in your store, or you paste it in your blog, and you basically have it show up whenever somebody either opens or exits or things like that. You have different actions that you can set up, but we don't have it inbuilt. Is Webhooks available for GrooveKart? Very soon. We are in a finishing phases for that. Hello, sir. How to make a template for newly made website? When you're in your GroovePages account, you can go into, oops, sorry about that. If you navigate over to, let's just say you created your website and you want to save your page as a template, you click these 3 dots and click Save Personal Page Template. Then you save this into the templates library for yourself so that you can reuse it at the later point. Just over here. Any of your pages that you click on can be saved as a template. And when I click on save as template, don't know why I cannot make template. You may need to do it twice. At this moment, there's a small bug with it. It still works, but you need to save it, reload, save it, and then it will show up in the template library. We are doing a reload built into the actual library. So when you save it, the actual library will reload, so you don't have to do it from your own, from your side. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is 1 hour 59 minutes here. I'm going to wrap this up. This was the last comment that I saw inside my dashboard there. I want to thank you all for being here. This has been a fun 2 hours. If you have any other follow-up questions, feel free to post in the Facebook community. You can tag me at David Lemon. Or if you have a more techy question that is specific to your account, make sure you reach out to our support team. They would be able to look into it for you and like sort it out as soon as they can. So that's basically it. 2 hour mark is here. Thank you very much for being here with us today. We are doing another Q&A session on Friday, so make sure you tune in for that one. Thank you very much, and I wish you a pleasant rest of the week. Bye, guys.